Three, two, one. There we go. Welcome everybody to another episode in the Werewolf venue of New York by Night. Um, we find ourselves a little bit before 6:30. Um, after Cinna kind of scrambled back towards the museum using this great stick that she got from Ellen. She was like, okay, fine, I'll take your fucking stick, whatever. She realized that the stick is actually quite handy as she hadn't fallen down again because of it. So, fine. She's calming down as well a little bit, realizing that she has had some she's had some issues, and maybe she's not been really nice, and she's usually nice. At least she thinks she's usually nice. She's always nice. It's not good. So she decides to send a text to Leah and Alan. It's like, yeah, I'm sorry, especially about yesterday. As she's sending it, she's like, oh, why the fuck not? Do you want to come for dinner? Meanwhile, she thinks that sure, it's okay. She can ask a few of them. I mean, they know. It's fine, right? So, yeah. And she just presses send. She's not really thinking any further than, hey, they're part of this nation thing, so I'm sure it's okay if I just invite a few people, Then she gets an affirmative answer from both Leah and Alan. She asks them to meet up a little before 6:30, which is when dinner is usually held at the residence of Mr. Morningkill. And she asks them to come to the museum because she still doesn't really have a clue how to get there. She doesn't know an address. So she asked to send, if they could send her a text. So it's about 6:15, and she's already kind of ready to go to pick him up as soon as she receives the text that they are there. It's there that we're gonna begin the scene.
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking that upon receiving this text, Leah pretty much looked at it and was like, that's gonna be weird, but sure. All about seeing what kind of fun things can come out of weird situations. So, yeah, apparently the two of them said yes. And I'm assuming that we're making our way over that way at this point.
Yeah, actually. You can see that Alan is actually a bit more dressed up than you would usually see him. He is not going in totally hippie. Actually, he's taking a nice dress shirt, jacket, no tie. He didn't think about a tie. Thought that was kind of not necessarily beneath him, but really outside of his character. He's gone ahead and taken his hair and tied it into a tight ponytail behind him. And he's actually taken the time to shave his beard a little bit to make it more presentable.
Leah's, totally noticed all of this, because how the hell could you miss it? She just kind of keeps giving these sort of sideways looks as they walk, trying not to say anything, but totally thinking all kinds of things.
Also, he has apparently bought a bottle of wine, red Pointe Noir.
No objections to wine. It's all good. She did not dress up really. She just wears pretty standard kind of clothes. Honestly, she's often running around in. Well, she's wearing a skirt, but she wears that on a regular basis. It's actually kind of a black pencil skirt with the sort of flowered blouse. Flats. That's it, And yeah, they're making their way up. Although he clearly looks a lot more formal and probably kind of uncomfortable, is my guess. And Leah will actually send a text to Cinnamon at this point. Hey, we're almost there.
Mm, she'll, Cinnamon will make her way towards the entrance of the museum. And yeah, she'll wave when she spots Leah and Alan. Kind of
Wave
stiffly
back.
yawn away. She looks for Leah because Alan already saw her. She looks worse than yesterday, but she's actually put up a lot of makeup at this point just to kind of hide that.
That's the kind of thing a girl will notice more than a guy.
Yeah, that's why the girl gets to hear it.
She's just like going, I can't do anything about this until she's ready, so whatever.
She'll actually hold Alan's stick and she'll stick it out to him. It's like, thanks.
Yeah,
Really.
yeah. You're welcome. He takes the stick back.
Okay, let's go. So I actually don't know. I only know one way in, and that's this way. So yeah, I hope you don't mind. It's
Nah, let's do this. Whatever way you want to go.
Mm-hmm.
cool. She'll
We're your guests at the moment.
awesome. I'm sure there is enough food. I didn't really tell the kitchen anything, but I'm sure they can just whip something up. I mean, I've seen what kind of amounts they bring in for lunches and stuff like that. It's insane. But anyway, so she's kind of talking. She's actually acting very, very busy. Um,
You said busy?
she now busy, as in
Okay.
very wild movements and being very hyperactive almost.
Okay.
And she'll walk in front of them. I believe they have to cross a moon bridge or something. I don't really know. I'll leave that description up to Max.
Okay, well, my
But there is an
Moon bridge?
entrance. I don't know.
okay. What it's going to be is you're going to go to you'll be taken to the same hallway where you'd find Morningkill's office. However, instead of taking the double doors that go to Morningkill's office, you go a little bit to the left and enter a empty room. On that empty room, you'll have to tap 3 times on the wall, and then a small light will start to shimmer. After the light fades away, the wall will open, and a small pathway will appear. You can walk the path, the door behind you will close, and it's as if you're standing in the night sky itself. After a few seconds, the door in front of you will open, slowly slide open, and you'll arrive in what would be a very spacious living room. Imagine the glory that Resources 5 can buy you.
Blink, blink, blink. This is probably the wealthiest place that Alan has ever been in. Ever.
Yeah, Cinnamon's kind of babbling as she does all these procedures and guides them through the pathway. She's not really comfortable with this, but she is still pretending that this is some kind of trick of technology, and Gerard Monaco actually has too much money for its own good. It's like, what the fuck? Why would you do this? I mean, I get that you're trying to like put a secret hallway in this and everything, but to use all these projections and everything, it's cool, but it's like
Alan's
anyway.
gonna go to a window and look outside.
You are not in Central Park. In fact, you are not in Manhattan.
Awesome. Walking back to the group. Not saying a damn thing right now.
Out of character, this is Cinnamon swimming in the Nile. Great river.
Mhm.
So yeah, she's just leading you on into the living room. She's like, come on, come on. It's not that. She looks at least Alan's face, and she's raising her shoulders. She's like, yeah, okay, it's rich, but it's not that, it's cool and everything. But she has actually kind of places before. Maybe not this posh, but posh enough to resemble this. So, yeah, I was gonna, okay, two things. First of all, give me a few moments before going to the diner room. Second, please sit down. I wanted to say sorry for wanted to say sorry for last night. That was it. Sorry, lost my train of thought there. I wanted to say sorry for last night because I was not very nice, and I realized that, and I'm really super, super, super duper sorry. Okay?
Okay.
And I want to thank you for the steak, Alan, because that's awesome as well. And yeah,
Fair enough. Your apology is not needed, but it is readily accepted. Blink, blink, blink. I don't belong here. Not in this atmosphere.
don't worry about it. Just make yourself at home. I'm gonna tell Mr. Morningill. I'm gonna tell him that you're here. Um, I'm sure he would.
He is expecting us, right?
Sure, yeah. Of course he is.
Rolling.
Okay. Max, can you roll for me, please?
What's your manipulation subterfuge plus pure breed?
8.
Nice.
Mhm.
I have supporter merit, if that works.
You do.
As do I.
Let's see.
Wow, those are a lot of
1,
successes.
2, 3.
Oh, that's not a lot of successes. Okay, she's very tired, obviously. She's lying her ass off.
Yeah.
She's just saying like, sit down. There is someone if you need. Just there's a bell on the table. Just ring it if you want something to drink. I'll be back in 5, but you can always just order something to drink and then take it to the dining room. That's no problem. They're really, really laid back about that here.
Order something to drink? This isn't a restaurant.
No, but they have staff.
Yep.
Okay. Just for the record, Leah, whenever she's put into a slightly uncomfortable position, has fallen into quiet. It's what she does. Very, very quietly.
All the this.
Activating Brother Sint.
I don't even know what that is.
1, 2.
What is
Presence
that?
here is not weird at all. Not weird at all. I totally belong here. Yep.
What does
So,
Brother Sin do again?
It makes you more ingratiated to where you are at the moment. Some people may overlook you. However, if there are people specifically looking to keep people out, it won't affect them unless I get more successes on my roll than their willpower. So it's not invisibility. It's just I totally belong here.
Gotcha.
Except if you're told to look for people who don't belong here.
Gotcha.
So anyway, you guys just go sit down, and she'll just ring the bell before you guys even have the chance to sit down. Yeah. What do you want to drink? It's the butler, valet, whatever you want to call it, walks in, housekeeper, probably with a little bit of a surprised look on his face. Hi, yeah, no, that was me. That's fine.
No,
What do you want
he
to drink?
quite look. He looks unfazed at the moment. He's
Yep.
like,
Awesome. Phil, just they want to drink something. I'm gonna go to Mr. Morningkill for a moment, and I'll be right back to get them to the dining room. So whatever they want to drink, if they're not here, they're there. Okay? Okay.
of course, madame.
And she's not even gonna wait for an answer. She's...
What would you like to drink?
Actually, if you could serve this, Alan says, just handing over the wine bottle. I think that'll be perfect.
And Stover looks at it. Ah,
It's a
uh-huh,
$10 bottle of wine. Yeah, a $10 bottle of wine.
Sir, I have something far better for you, sir, if you'd like.
Well, fair enough. I will take the suggestion. What do you have as an alternative?
And he goes off to name a few, maybe a few $1,000 wines.
I'm good. I'll take whatever he suggests. Honestly, they will just be like, whatever you think is good. I'll be happy to try it.
Let's go with what is best for the meal that we're having. However, I will warn you that I do appreciate red and bitter wine.
Excellent.
I
I will
much
be right
prefer
back.
sweet. Yeah. She's just
Meanwhile-
gonna sink into a chair. Yeah. Wait. Go on.
Mhm.
1 second.
Meanwhile, Cinna is not really storming into the dining room, but she's not gonna knock first. She's just gonna open the door, looking for Gerard. You are you there? Hello? No? Is the table? Is it? By the way, already made up? Do you call that? Okay. Are there like already plates on the table? Max?
Max had to step away briefly.
Oh, and my thing doesn't show that for some reason. Anyway, so yeah, no, there's no Mr. Morningkill in the dining room, and she is quickly stepping into the living room. It might take a little bit. I don't just need to search for it. Be right back. Just take your time. Do whatever you want to do, and yeah, I'll be right back as soon as I found him. Oh, shit.
Hey, if he's not there, that's easier for you, really.
Why? It would be fun.
Back. Sorry.
She's honestly confused. She's like, what? What are you talking about? It's like, no, and it's not going to be fun if he's not in the dining room. If he's not at home, then that's going to be terrible because it's going to be fun. It's supposed to be fun, and I'm going to have fun. And you can see that she's getting frustrated. She's not saying this out loud, but she's getting frustrated, and you can just see that on her face. And she's just like, just wait for a moment. I'm swearing by it. Maybe he's in his office or anywhere else, and she's just gonna walk through the hallway, knocking on doors. Are you here? Where are you? Fuck, damn it.
When you turn like a corner, you're gonna bump into this guy.
Hi.
Cinna.
Hi. Is it okay that I have some friends over for dinner? Because I have some friends over for dinner.
And you did not inform me of this. Why?
Oops.
Oops. Really?
Surprise!
Dinner?
Oh, come on. Can't really send him away. That would be rude. Yeah, kind of blinks her eyes.
How many guests do we have?
Just two.
Just two. Are they normal guests or are they guests of, well, of the park?
Uh, it's Alan and Leah. I think they're quite normal, but that's probably not what.
Excellent. I will let the kitchen know immediately.
Cool.
Pulls out a phone. Eric, yes, we have two extra guests. No, I think... Yes, that would be fine. No, Mrs. Stewart is also here. And apparently his girlfriend. Very well. Click.
Oh, right. Last names. Please don't do that. Just, it's a good way to be normal. I don't mean it like that. Fuck.
Are you saying I am not normal?
No, I'm not saying you're not normal. Oh, yeah. Tries to stifle away a yawn as well. But she's like, shit. No, I'm not saying that you're not normal. I just mean that you're always so formal.
Of course I am.
Well, no, why?
Because why shouldn't I be? As he starts to walk towards the living room.
But why should you be? That doesn't make sense.
Procedures and etiquette, my dear.
What is you're at home? It's time to
Exactly.
kick your shoes off and put your feet on the table.
Well, no. I would be an improper host if I were to do that.
Oh, God.
Miss Krykos, Mr. Stewart, what a pleasure that you are here. I was quite recently informed of your arrival.
Morning, Kill Riot. It's good to see you this evening. Extending a hand.
He'll shake the hand.
It's nice to see you.
Yes. I was not informed you were coming over.
I see. She kind of glances at Senna for just a second. Coming back.
I do hope you'll be accommodating of two extra people.
Of course.
No problem. It's really no problem. If I say it's not a problem, it's not a problem. It's not a problem, right?
I think she might like some coffee.
Yeah, actually, I do.
Of course. Yes. Coffee. Have you had anything to drink yet?
We've had drink orders made. Apparently we're having something a little bit sweet and something a little bit bitter, but both red.
G, as she's actually shortening his first name to G. You think I would be a bad host not offering him anything to drink? Really?
You can just see the look of, oh no, she did not just do that, right, on his face.
She totally did.
I will be right back. I'll have to acquire some things. Sina, would you kindly walk with me, please?
Sure. See ya. She's
To-
really not. She does really not have a clue that she just did that.
Looking to Leah, Alan simply says, "Snow is never like this. Never, ever, ever like this. It's very interesting to see the inner inner workings of this particular Silverfang family.
I don't know, but this is turning out to be a very interesting, possibly really funny situation.
Funny, baby. Yes, very, very funny. I will not be laughing at all at any point in this conversation.
I might be, but I can't promise you anything yet.
Fair enough.
She starts laughing to herself because they're out of the room. It's okay right now.
Mhm. So once they're out of the room, like after the door has been closed and they walk a little bit further, Mornikill will just stop and turn on his heel. What was that?
What was what?
You calling me that?
Calling you what?
Calling me
Did I say something
G.
bad? What, that? You worried about that? It's just shorter because I can't really... Jer isn't really anything, and art sounds like you're a painting or something. MK, I could do MK, but this is... no!
Just use my name, sinner.
What is it? Why?
Please.
I don't get it.
Because I'm asking.
Because you're asking.
Yes, because I'm asking.
Okay,
And-
but why is it such a problem for you?
Preferences. I'm very much used to people calling me Mr. Mornikill. People calling me Jared are very rare to come by, and I like people calling me G.
Okay,
No.
I'll... That's one step at a time then, Gerard.
Thank you.
What, you want me to call you Mr. Morningkill?
No.
Thank you.
I believe I've already made that clear. I've stopped calling you Miss Harris. Well, never mind. I will
It's fine.
go to the kitchen and check on the drinks.
Gerard,
Yes.
thank you.
Please be a proper host.
I am. I'm trying to make them, comfortable. They're not used to this. Just acting just as well as I can, okay?
Of course, of course. I will be right there. Just
That's cool. I'll go back, but just thanks, okay? It's awesome, and I should have told you. I'm sorry. I just wanted to surprise
yes, you should have told me.
I wanted to surprise
He's gonna
you.
turn on his own and walk.
Come on! She just calls after him. And you say sorry, and he gets mad. What is he, a woman? And then she turns around and walks back into the living room. Good, your drinks are here. Awesome. So, how do you like the place?
Putting his own white bottle back into its little carrying case and corking it. Yes, yes.
It's lovely, but I don't know. I think it might be a little more than I could handle on a regular basis.
You'll get used to it.
I doubt it.
Well, of course you will. Just come a little more often. I mean, okay. I probably won't be staying here forever. By the way, don't get me wrong. I mean, as soon as I have my own place again, it's like, yeah, some things happened at my place. I'm sure Alan told you, and it's not big deal. It's no big deal, but I just need
Actually,
some
I
time.
went by your place and
What?
I couldn't find you the one day. It was a while ago.
Was there a box? Please tell me there wasn't a box. You didn't see the
I
box?
was just looking for you. I wasn't paying attention to anything else.
Fuck. Ellen, why did you let her go there?
No, it was like several days ago. Oh, for God's sake! I know where you live. Why is it such a weird the idea that I might go looking for you when I can't find you?
Uncorks the bottle. Drink.
Oh, I need coffee.
Puts the cork back.
Honestly,
So what are we eating? What's this? What does Morning Kill eat? Steak, potatoes, broccoli,
probably
macaroni and cheese,
lobster.
fish,
I'm thinking
lots and lots of fish. Lobster. I would definitely take lobster right now.
I don't know what the chef made. We'll find out. Just don't worry, it'll be really good. And if you don't like it, you just send it back and they'll make something else. If you want lobster, well, you can get your lobster.
Oh, good. So if they make some crazy thing that just looks like something I can't possibly eat.
You can eat lobster. Do you want me
No,
to order
no.
lobster? Oh.
No, I just mean I can order grilled cheese or something.
No. Well, yeah, but I don't think. I think you would offend them. As far as I know, that wouldn't come off as offensive. You can order grilled cheese with breakfast or with brunch, but even that.
Oh God.
First morning I got here, I asked for a couple of sandwiches. Wow. I got a plate, a silver plate, with 10 different kinds of it. And with different kinds, I mean different kinds. Different kinds of bread, different kinds of toppings, different kinds of salad on the side, with different kind of sauce. There was... All I wanted was a sandwich with cheese or something like that, you know? I'm not that picky. I felt very much at home again. And she made that sound dirty, actually. Ugh. Like I felt very much at home again. Oof.
What's so wrong with home?
It's nothing. It's just that I'm not really comfortable with all the posh, you know.
Yes, Sinna. What is so wrong with home? As Monica will walk back into the living room.
Nothing, hon. Don't get your knickers in a twist. This is
She said the words.
Leah's, yeah, she has her hand over her mouth and she's trying hard not to laugh right this moment. Really hard.
Suna has her mouth also covered by her hands as there is a laugh on her face, but she's also like, oh fuck. I'm sorry.
Once it appears she can't do it very well, Leah's actually going to kind of hide her face half behind Alan's shoulder, just be like...
I'm
pleased sorry,
to see
hon.
you're all enjoying yourselves.
I'm trying to make them feel
we
comfortable.
Yes, I think you're about to tell us stories of your home.
That's not it's just that my upbringing has been it was perfect, and I was looking for some learning experience, and I found that, and I was quite content with the learning experience. So can we go have dinner now? I'm hungry.
I'm afraid that due to the quite late notice, dinner won't be ready quite yet. So please, as Morning Kill's gonna sit on a couch, cross his legs, and hold up a glass of wine. Your drinks would have already arrived, by the way.
Yeah.
And just starts drinking from the wine.
Yes.
Share stories about your home, Sinna, and with a look that says, "Bring it, woman."
Oh, it was so a trap. It was so a trap that Leah set up. Oh, yeah. She, too, is sipping on wine and staring Cinna down.
Cinna is becoming, like, red. Her entire face just... she's standing up, grabbing the coffee, and slurps it as she walks around the room. Trying to find. What do you want to know?
Oh, the etiquette with the slurping. No, we were just asking what your childhood was like. That's all. It's a simple story, trying to get to know you better. That's all.
Why you want to know? It's nothing special, horseback riding, governance.
Well, you have parents who love you, and it sounds like you have a family. Horseback riding. It sounds like a really good childhood. I don't see why you wouldn't want to share that.
It's not a bad. It's just not interesting.
Why is it not interesting?
Well, is your childhood so interesting then?
Actually, I think it was, but not in the same way. Not in the same way as yours. Oh, you haven't told any stories yet, though. You tell one, I tell one.
I'm actually most interested in horseback riding.
I grew up in the neighborhood of York. Not New York, where we are now, but York. That's in England.
I've heard of it. As she looks.
I have also heard about this far-off land called England.
Yeah, Leah kind of rolled her eyes as she said, "I've heard of it."
She's pacing back and forth, back and forth. And, well,
inside Alan's head, oh, she thinks she can pace, but she cannot outpace me.
Probably not, but she needs something. She needs to do something to stay focused. And my father owns this company, and he's Lord. And well, my mom was we're not talking about that. And they met at a location.
This is the most boring story ever.
Yeah, I know. You wanted to hear a story. I said I had a good childhood.
No. You're skipping details.
What details do you want, woman?
Okay, you said that and then you cut yourself off, and then you said they met at a location. Yeah. Really? It's so lucky you're not a Galliard. Like, for real, you'd be a terrible Galliard.
It was a bar, okay? She was a stripper.
Nothing wrong with that. Stuff happens.
He got her pregnant. They lost a child, but still, that happened, and then they got me, and she was overjoyed, and well, I was raised practically as their child, and I love my parents. Don't get me wrong, but it's just not my lifestyle. There's always something missing, She stares outside of the window and she's sipping coffee. She actually puts her forehead against the glass. It's quite cool. Always was something, just a restless feeling. So, yeah. After school, I went to study journalism because I wanted to travel. It wasn't what I was looking for. I didn't want to create stories. So, I started something else. I started art school and I finished it. It was awesome, and I started traveling, and that's it. It's what details do you want to know?
No, actually, I think you did pretty good, because it sounds like you really meant what you said. That's all I was looking for, a little bit of feeling.
Well, there you have it. I always mean what I say.
Really? They met in a location?
Well, would you call a bar not a location then?
It's a little general. Most of us don't tell stories about people meeting in locations.
Yeah, well, my parents aren't exactly proud of that part.
There's nothing to be ashamed of, as far as I'm concerned.
Could have lied, and we would have never known it.
But I couldn't come up with it.
Oh, he says that, and then he looks to Morning Kill. Oh, damn it. He would know.
Morning Kill has a very, well, I wouldn't say very, but he has a bit of a smug look on his face, like, alright.
Thank you for telling us.
what does it matter? Now you know. When just,
It
I don't
means
know.
it does mean something. You told a little bit about yourself. It means that now I feel like I know you a little better.
It's not
Well,
that, you know, it's not that difficult. And besides, I wouldn't have mind sharing it with you. It's just that you guys all seem so. You guys are trying to make me feel uncomfortable, isn't it? Isn't it?
I was
She's just looking at
no.
you.
I started out teasing you. I don't deny it. I was totally teasing you. You're never afraid to talk. You always have something to say. And then the one time I mentioned something, you just go quiet. Of course, I'm gonna make you say it when you say everything else.
Yeah, sure.
I was not in any way, shape, or form looking to tease you, Sinat.
I was. She smiles at her.
Hey, I just appreciate a good story. Who else wants to take a turn?
Wow.
Is this childhood stories?
I would assume so.
I will take a pass.
Of course.
It does seem fair that if, that's what we're doing is telling childhood stories, then perhaps we should all tell one.
Oh, trust me, my childhood is uninteresting and quite depressing.
Manipulation etiquette. 4 dice. Spin in a willpower. Oh, wow,
my God.
look at that, look at that, look at that. Alan will go ahead and say, well, it seems as if we've entered into a storytelling circle, and I think it'd be amazing if each one of us just shared a very simple story about our childhood. Who wants to go next?
I guess this was directed at Morning Kill.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and Cinnamon is just looking straight at Morning Kill. She's like, what the fuck, you guys made me tell something and you don't wanna, fuck you. She's hopefully not saying that out loud.
Very well. My childhood. Let's see. I grew up. I had a father who happened to be the guy in King.
What?
I had 12 different half brothers and sisters because my father got around a lot and as such didn't really have a very good childhood.
There had to be something happy in it.
No.
Even Cinna had something about the horseback riding.
Your dad is the king? You're like a prince?
Oh, please.
What? Of like the status of America? Oh my god, I wasn't. That would be hilarious. I just said something like that, like a few hours ago. Alan, remember, I was joking, but are you actually like a prince of the United States?
Oh, please, no. That title
Then
belongs
what?
to somebody else.
Then what? What?
I am simply me. I am the truth catcher of the Scepters of Green. That is all.
Oh, come on. You must be something.
No. Nothing
I
at
don't
all.
care. I just wanted to tease you with it.
I'm
I
quite
didn't
sure
say
you
that
do.
out loud.
I'm quite sure you do, Sinan. However, I've told a bit of my childhood to you all, and that is where I'll keep it. And he
Can you
actually
have a
looks.
perception empathy at this?
Sure, go for it.
I'll get on that.
On the bandwagon of the empathy.
What are we doing? I'm kind of confused.
Apparently, we're
Rolling
rolling
empathy.
perception empathy.
Ah,
I'm sorry, somebody asked if you want to roll perception empathy. I'm going to grab on that.
you know,
do you count pure blood in this?
Nope.
Okay, then I only have 4 dice.
All right, let me roll that for you.
Same, but I got 3 successes.
Nice. I probably failed.
And Cinna has 3 successes.
Oh,
I
wow.
have 4.
That's the same roll in a different order, actually. Look at that.
Nice.
All right. Morning Kill, when he said that is where we shall keep it, Actually, there's a. What you can hear is actually he's holding back a tear. As a word, there seems to be quite a big sadness in his voice. He's looking a bit down, as if this story really makes him uncomfortable and unhappy, and he really doesn't want to tell more.
We're leaving it at that, and so
At that, Alan will simply say, "Well, I, for my part, had a lot of different siblings and cousins and aunts and uncles actually growing up. Actually, it was about when I was like 10 years old. We all had this one little bungalow actually on the Galveston beach, and we didn't have enough furniture, but we had enough floor space actually. So imagine this: for a month, sleeping on some wooden planks while you hear the ocean come in. It's actually really, really comfortable. But as we were on the beach, we would go ahead and drag sand in all the time. So the first few days, we all get a little bit agitated with the sand coming in, until eventually we got a little bit smart. So what we did is, when we came back from the beach, we would have, actually my aunt would have a hose on high pressure, and he would simply just blast away all of that coarse sand. So by the time we got up, we were soaking absolute wet. And that was a very, very interesting few months for me, having wet, soaky, smelly bodies keep poking me and prodding me in my face. That's where I learned a good deal of my patience.
I see. Quite a good story.
Thank you.
And what about you, Miss As he looks to Sina.
You can call me Leah if you wish.
Yeah.
I don't need all that Miss stuff. It's not required. Well, I'm thinking most of you know that I'm, a second child, so I have my older, well, technically half-sister, Callie. We're only 10 months apart. My mom was away most of the time, so we were actually raised by my grandparents. And my dad. I had my dad on weekends, but mostly grandma and grandpa. And it was really weird because we're only 10 months apart, so it was practically like being twins. We were dressed in like identical ruffly dresses. Can you imagine me and Callie dressed up in identical ruffly dresses? It was kind of terrifying to think back on, but I have pictures. I have proof. I guess. Well, Callie remembered it the other day. I had forgotten. But there was one time when I was like, I don't know, 15. Mom had just come back from being away. She was away for like a year at that time. And she apparently didn't like something I was wearing. Apparently the skirt was too short. She didn't like that. So she and I got into this fight over an inch on my skirt that lasted like all night. We were screaming and yelling. I'm lucky she didn't do a lot worse. And finally I left. I walked out of the house and I disappeared, I think like for a day or two. And, came back, and we pretended nothing had happened. So yeah, I guess my story's a little sad, but you get the idea. It was kind of a mix of good and bad. But my dad's great.
yeah, I like my folks as well. I mean, they're not bad people, despite the fact that there's like no blood ties, but that never felt like that. It always felt like they were, you know. I know they love me. It's just that the world is not really mine.
Some of us had too many folks.
I had Grandma and Grandpa and my dad. Callie just had Grandma and Grandpa, really. Although if you ask her, she has a different story to tell about Mom. Sometimes, even people with almost the same childhood can have a totally different point of view on it. It's kind of weird.
I agree.
Snow has a interesting saying. Imagine that there is a light on top of a hill, and there are two people on either sides of the hill. Each one of them will have a different perspective and a different description of the light, but they're both valid. They're both valid in the way they describe the hill, the light, and the valley that they're in.
That's actually a myth from Japan.
Okay, then. It still applies.
It still applies, yeah. It's just that I was thinking about this myth. Only it was two frogs who were standing on a hill and were looking at the same village from a different perspective. And one saw the mountains and the other saw the sea. And the frog with the mountains was like, I want to go there. And he saw the frog. And the other frog had like the same idea but different. Never mind. I can't really do much storytelling as she's waiting for her second cup of coffee.
Ah, I see our dinner is about to get served. Would you all please follow me?
Oh, yes.
Sure.
Nick will stand up,
Yay! Dinner!
grab his bottle of wine. And,
Bottle. Wow. He's doing the
Yep.
entire bottle.
Yep. He needed one. Let me put it that way.
Alan stands up, grabs his own $10 bottle of wine.
Leah just has a glass. A glass, that's all.
And they say women are the biggest wine drinkers.
Mhm.
Sina is not holding anything because the coffee will probably be brought in later, as hers is already way empty. But she does let her hand kind of, well, if there is still a hand free, it will slide into the art, and if it's not, then she'll just brush it.
There is still a hand free, yes.
And then
Alan's
goes in.
internal soundtrack, probably through the pack link, goes, I wanna hold your hand, I wanna hold your hand, I wanna hold your hand.
Liz just
Oh,
kind of
please.
watching this and trying not to
Give
say
me
something. Like going, okay, that's...
Well,
So
what
this
are
is
Leah's
a-
Normally, I would
thoughts?
have to roll self-control for that.
My thought was, this is a double date. That's actually what I was thinking.
After like
Okay.
walking through a set of doors, after walking through a set of doors, you'll arrive at the dining room. It's a fairly large table with 4 places all decked up. There seems to be a small something to awaken your taste buds already waiting there. And Gerard will simply say, "Please sit down."
How are the seats arranged?
2 on each side.
How big is the table?
It's a very long table.
All right, fair enough. Alan, for his part, will go ahead and take one side of the table for himself, take one chair, scoot it out, and gesture for Leah to take a seat.
Take a seat. And she has a really strange look on her face now, like, really? We're being this formal? Like,
Scooting her into the chair, Alan just goes ahead and whispers, I'm from Texas, ma'am.
oh god. And she'll kind of whisper back and she's like, we didn't even go on a date till the other day.
Let me have my Southern pride, please.
So she's now giggling as he's seating her.
I
And
imagine
he'll
Stina will have already been seated before Gerard even gets the chance to do
Yep. Well, actually, no, she would allow it right now. No, she would allow it actually, because she realizes that she's put you through quite enough already.
Yeah,
So she's
seems
nice.
one win for the morning kill team.
Wow.
Coffee.
Sina's coffee will also arrive, because why the hell not?
It's very inappropriate to have coffee with your
I know. I know. Don't worry, Saskia, I know.
I know. I know you know. It's like, oh my god. She's looking at all of them because she also knows that it's very inappropriate to have coffee at a dinner. And
I'm just gonna say Leah has no idea of this. She has no etiquette at all.
1 dot, people. 1 dot.
yep, indeed.
0. 0.
And she's like looking at everybody to see if anyone would notice, and she knows that this morning he will notice that she's not quite sure about Alan and Leah, so she's like trying to gobble it down as quickly as possible because there's no way that she's gonna give up this coffee. She needs that coffee. Like, oh my god.
Well then, please, have a taste. Go for it.
I assume that there is some sort of appetizer there.
Yeah. That's what I just said, Austin.
Well, what is it?
Oh god damn it, now I have to open my Culinary book. Hold on a second.
I'm making him open up his cooking manual/textbook for a
Yep.
scene about werewolves having a formal dinner. I have no idea where we went wrong. I swear that a few weeks ago we were fighting a goddamn Draco licks for my very lives.
Not my fault.
It appears kinfolk are a civilizing influence, okay?
Yeah, we do right.
What are you talking about? Monica was very civilized. Always.
Always.
Except when he's slashing the wall with his claws.
That's the only exception to the rule, of course.
No, we
we
all
shall
do that.
never
We all do
Rolling
that.
manipulation subterfuge. You get something called hummus.
Ooh, hummus is good.
Oh my god, hummus is awesome. I assume bread goes with it.
Yep.
Pita. Probably pitas usually.
Oh yeah, fair enough. Alan,
Which
for
is
his part, will go ahead
Greek
and
food! Yay, Greek food! I get Greek food.
scrape up a little bit of hummus, spread it on his bread. Actually, look to Leah and say, "Would you like some?"
She's looking at him like he's an alien at this point. This is just totally not the way he acts ever. Yeah, sure. This kind
Hands you over the bread with hummus. Makes another one for himself. Passes it over to Morning Kill Raya.
Morning Kill will
The hummus pot. The hummus pot, not the bread.
Morning Kill will take the pots, look to Cinna.
She stares back as she kind of forgot what they were doing.
Would you like some, Cinna?
Oh, right. Yes, please.
Gives you a piece of bread with a little bit of hummus on it.
She'll try to put it in her mouth in one go.
Oh god. hands the pod back to Alan because he's the host, so he's supposed to eat last.
Fair enough. Alan goes ahead and puts the pot in the middle of the table simply because he already served the person he needs to serve. We were fighting a Draco Lich. What happened, people?
And now you're fighting bad table manners. No.
Though eventually the little appetizer will get eaten. And people will take out the plates and take out cutlery. And there will be somebody asking, any preference for a dish? We have gazpacho and we have carpaccio. Well,
Who are you asking?
everybody.
Leah will say I'm not familiar with either one, so I'll take whichever you suggest, to be honest.
Gazpacho is a cold tomato soup with various spices. And carpaccio is very thinly sliced beef with a bit of salad and dressing above it.
Oh,
And
gazpacho
nuts.
then. Gazpacho then is fine.
Gazpacho. Madame?
What were the options again?
Gazpacho and carpaccio.
Carpaccio.
Carpaccio. Sir?
I think I'll take the cold tomato soup.
Gazpacho as well.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Morningkill? And Morningkill will say carpaccio. And he'll nod. The waiter will nod his head and walk away.
Cinna at that point will stand up from a chair. Just walking. She's gonna take a turn around the table. What?
Morningkill seems to be drinking his wine.
Leah's actually going to kind of look up at her and just be like, the thing we talked about last night, we can still try it sometime if you want.
Yeah. That thing. Yeah. I'm thinking about it. It's not from my mind.
Okay, that's fine. Just let me know. Your life.
I know. It's difficult to really understand.
It is. I can tell you more later if you wish.
That'll be cool.
Morningkill Raya.
Yes, Mr. Stewart. Alan.
Wow.
You look very uncomfortable saying a first name.
You can definitely notice that Alan is kind of lost for words after being addressed as such. He simply says, how are the affairs managing the museum?
It just looks a small sigh of, oh, thank God. Well, they are going quite.
An appearing on Cinnamon's face, actually.
They are going quite well. This month's readings so far have been very good. Visitors have been very happy. We've received very positive feedback so far. He goes on and on and on and on and on.
And Alan will pay attention quite gratuitously to many of the details. And should Gerard ever mention something about a Kids' Day, Alan will go ahead and pipe up with saying, oh, somebody presented me with an idea about Children's Day.
Well, do elaborate.
Do you have a particular day that all the children just so happen just to be kinfolk?
I do not believe so. Though, I suppose one could ask the members of the Bonar kinfolk.
Mm-hmm.
Why you
Well,
ask?
Well, this is a very delicate subject, but somebody came to me with a request for our Shadow Lord brother who has entered in a spiritual pact with my tribe's totem.
Uh-huh.
He suggested just to see if Andre couldn't uplift his own spirits and to be helpful to the Sept at large, volunteer his time to guide a tour of the museum for the children kinfolk.
I see.
Certain precautions would have to be taken, that being they all be kinfolk to minimize damage to the veil should something happen, as well as exhausting Andre's internal rage so that we limit any damage that may be done, as well as a knockout Talon just in case. What do you think about this proposal?
So, let me, please, can I summarize for a second?
Yes.
What you're asking me is to organize a children's day for the kinfolk to go to the museum and observe the different works. You're asking for, I suppose, Mr. Tarkamonti to be the guide?
Yes.
I do not mean to be any sort of rude, but that man has a reputation. Why should I allow that man to be a guide for children and to be a guide in the museum?
Why should you allow it? Well, I, for one, want to determine Tarkamundi's sincerity to the spiritual pact. I also want him to actually take a look at the history of the Sept, where we have come from and where we are going. I want him to see the children and really drive home why he needs to control himself. I'm doing this hopefully for his benefit.
I can see that. However, I will not put at risk any of the lives of our kinfolk, especially not children.
Very well, Raya. I will defer to your wisdom. Thank you for hearing my request in any case.
You're more than welcome. It's at this point that the Carpaccio and the Caspaccio will be brought into the room.
Cinnamon will always almost look disappointed, as that means that she's gonna have to sit down. But yeah, she'll do so.
I begin to think etiquette doesn't matter around here.
Lies, lies, lies. No, it does, it does, it does.
Yes.
As the plates are being served, Cinna's just gonna tug on one of the sleeves of one of the waiters. She's like, could you bring me another coffee, please?
He'll just give you that look of desperation that somebody would dare to ask for another coffee during a dinner. Like,
And she'll just look up at him with pleading eyes. And a lot of sugar in it, please. Please.
very, very well, miss. Yes.
Thank you so much.
The dishes are served. For the gazpacho ones, it is as I said, a cold tomato soup with various different spices inside of it, like pepper. You have to imagine it's on a plate that has a bowl in the middle and then stretch outside. For carpaccio, I think you know how it looks, Saskia.
Yeah, I know. I know from both, actually.
Mm-hmm.
She starts toying with it. But she's actually not that hungry anymore for some weird reason. She eats from it, but she's just also toying a little bit with the little nuts. Moving the dressing around on the plate. And
Well done. Please do enjoy.
Alan goes ahead and enjoys his cold
Thanks.
tomato soup.
Yep. Same. And they sit in silence, wondering what the hell's going to happen next.
Yep. So nobody's going to say anything. We're just going to skip the part.
Cinnamon, actually, as the silence continues, Cinnamon is getting a little, it's not necessarily panicked, but she's like, oh god, I gotta think of something to talk about. I invited them so there would be conversation, so I could join in, so I could talk about stuff. And she pipes up, did you know that Alan is working on a sculpture?
I am indeed.
Truly.
Yes. Cinna, it wouldn't be too much to ask, but do you have those diagrams on hand?
I would need to get my bag, but I could get it.
Would you be a dear and do so?
Yeah, sure. She'll stand up. She'll leave the room, actually, because she has to go to her bag, which is in her bedroom.
Mm-hmm. Alan's going to go ahead and turn his attention to Morning Kill and simply say, I found myself without a art project a few weeks ago, and the more I let my hobby slip away from me, the more uncomfortable I get. So I decided to make a statue. I was rooting around my brain about what kind of materials I'd have and what kind of shape it would eventually get into, and I went ahead and settled on one of Unicorn's brood. Not necessarily Unicorn himself, or even Black Unicorn, simply because I believe those two spirits have much attention to them. They're all duly respected, but I decided to choose a subject that most people don't. So I decided to settle on Narwhal, actually. What do you know about Narwhal?
Not too much, I must admit.
Mm-hmm. Well, as far as I can tell, the narwhal is a endangered species, but it still persists, it still lives. The horn that it has, as you know, is simply an elaborated or exaggerated tusk, but it serves its function to set itself within Unicorn's Brood quite nicely. It is a spirit of healing, peace, protection, but also one of the seas, which is something that I picked on very, very quickly. That's what I wanted to emphasize. The new Karen was located in the tree on Long Island. Long Island is surrounded on all sides by the sea. So I decided to just pick on that. That was my theme. However, something more needed to be done. I could do it. I really could. Would have been one solid piece. However, I did remember that there were kinfolk, such as Leah, in fact, Leah herself, who was a jeweler. So I decided to make that tusk actually a gem all by itself. It makes the whole statue a little bit weaker, but I think it draws attention, makes it more attractive. Well, your dear Cinna goes ahead and quite awkwardly says, "Your dear Cinna."
He'll actually say, as if he is, as if he just took a bite too many.
Miss Cinnamon Harris, he recovers, went ahead and had a wonderful idea for a design, actually. When she comes back, she can show you, but it's actually quite fantastic. It's a composite of both the narwhal creature as well as a unicorn inside the narwhal. In fact, what we eventually want is to have the narwhal be the main piece. However, have it be such that somebody has already chipped into the narwhal, revealing the horse figure underneath.
I see. Quite ingenious.
I thank all the talent that was around me to come up with a final design. That being Leah Cracker's right there. That being Cinnamon Harris, who should be back momentarily, as well as Antonio, who was around as well.
Honestly, mostly we just offered opinions on the various ideas that popped up.
I see.
What we plan to do with this statue is still up for question.
Well, it's always good to honor the spirits. I am not a huge myself, but I greatly do understand the value of having a bit of their favor, and perhaps having them as a mentor.
Well, tell us a little bit about that, if you want to share.
About the spirits I've had relationships with?
Yes.
Well, there's obviously Falcon and his brood. The children of Karnak seem to be especially fond of me.
I will plead ignorance about the children of Karnak.
The children of Karnak, well, how to best describe the children? He says while I open my Access Mundi book.
You say as you don't have a hard copy of it.
Shut up.
At that point, a little bit later than you would actually expect it, Cinna will walk back in carrying her, just her tablets. She'll sit down again, look at her half-empty plates. Like, yeah, okay, we'll get to that later. And then hands over the tablets to Mr. Morningkill. And the pictures that she drew are already on there. I can show you this as an inspirational pic, but that's about it, and that's nothing like the final design that we... It's one of the designs that she'll show you. It's like, so we started with this, but that didn't work out because apparently glass is too difficult and plastic is too much weaver. I don't know. So it had to be stone. So then I thought about, well, how about we cut the whale in half, kind of like that. And from there on, we kind of formed a plan. I didn't actually mean to cut the whale in half.
I see.
That didn't make any sense.
Uh,
Wow. Um, well, your pictures kind of speak for itself. She obviously is like, okay, I can't talk, right? And focuses on her plate again as she just hands to you the tablet so you can browse through the different sketches.
Whilst he's looking through it, he will explain and talk about the children of Karnak. The children of Karnak were once the guardians of Great Lord Helios, the sacred temple of Karnak. Quite a great and honorable spirits.
Very well. Praise the sun.
And praise the moon. Let us not forget, Lady Luna graces us with her presence each night.
She does, and she does give us a measure of her power when she does.
Please go right ahead.
Right then. We were wondering, if we got this project finished and completed, we were wondering where we could display this piece. Do you have any ideas, or are we left to our own devices?
Well, it is your project, is it not?
And yet he seems to be accepting many ideas. He wants something that seems to please a lot of people as compared to just himself. Obviously, the spirit's more than just, it's bigger than just him.
A very standpoint of the children of Gaia, I must say. Whilst they're talking, the plates will get taken, and you'll get a notice that that the main dish will be sun-dried tomato and pine nut stuffed beef tenderloin.
I love all those things.
And everybody's asked if they would like another drink, except Cinna, who has her coffee.
Yes, I would like another glass of wine, thank you.
Alan is now drinking the more expensive wine.
We don't actually have Red Bull in the house, right?
Again, you'll get another look of desperation.
It's like,
She's
why do you
really
do this?
trying.
Why do you do this?
Oh, she's really trying to stay away from the wine, but she realizes that it's really getting noticed, and she is still in the illusion that at least Gerard doesn't know that she's trying to stay awake yet.
Oh, bullshit. I'm pretty sure everybody's figured that out by now.
Yep.
Yeah, but hey, he's not saying anything, so she's hoping that he's not. She has her illusions. Let's keep it at that. She's looking at the desperation of the waiter, and she's like, okay, fine. Make it a glass of Bordeaux, then.
Yes, ma'am. Of course, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. And he walks away. And after a little while, the main dish will get served. Sun-dried tomato and pine nut stuffed beef tenderloin.
Are the waiters singing too?
No.
It doesn't take very, very long after the food is presented to Alan that he just goes ahead and digs in.
And Cinna, you feel so sleepy.
Oh crap! Yeah, she starts to pay a lot of attention to her food. She kind of starts plucking out the tomatoes because she needs something to keep herself busy, and she's seated, so she can't really stand up and take a walk. And she would love to go outside right now, but she knows that she can't do that. So yeah, she's just trying to focus on the food a lot.
Drink the wine. Drink the wine. Drink.
Are you setting out in character?
Nope.
Okay. And she will also do that, yes.
Victory!
It's like 14 morning kill.
Yes.
Who is?
We are trying to drug her so that she has to sleep. That's our goal.
It's really working.
Kill, I swear to God.
Oh God, no! Why am I getting Twilight issues here?
Yeah, it's sort of like Team Jacob.
Oh
No.
no!
No Team Jacob here.
No.
Because there's no Team Edward, and we're not gonna get one.
No, let's
And
never
Senna
ever
is not a Bella.
let's
God,
never
there's
get a
no-
Team Edward.
And there's no Bellas anywhere to be found. Anywhere.
But Sina, whilst you're
No.
concentrating on your food and on the little tomatoes, you like drop a little bit forward, you close your eyes, and you shake back up all of a sudden. Just,
Sina, would you like to show me around the house a little bit?
Looking at you in stark contrast, like, please don't leave me alone with this thing.
Leah just looks at him and she just shrugs, waiting to see what Sina says.
so sleepy. So sleepy.
Yes, I would like to. Yeah, sure. What was I saying?
So sleepy.
You were gonna show me around a little. Come on.
Yeah. Coming.
And as you try and stand up, you fall forward.
Oh God. Try to kind of catch her, because I was trying to walk over to her at that point anyways. So that she
falls
doesn't
with her
bonk herself in the
face-
head.
She falls in her face, with her face
Yeah.
in her food.
Grab her out!
Charming, very charming.
A morning kill will actually be like, oh, nope. Together with Leah. With like,
Yep, kind of just grab her out. Yank.
Grabbing a napkin, placing, like, handing it over.
grabs napkin.
Oh, for God's sake. I don't know what her problem is.
She overexerted herself. I've done that a few times.
I
Never
don't
had a
think
face planted to my food, actually. Well, at least not loin. Pork loin.
My
Okay.
apologies to both of you.
No. I knew there was something wrong with her yesterday. She's been crazy about the coffee and stuff.
I've been not saying anything to her on purpose because this girl won't listen, and it's better for her to see for herself what will happen if you stay up too long.
I'm assuming she knew already, but evidently that didn't matter.
I will take her to her chambers.
'Twas a pleasant evening. Do you mind if we take a slice of dessert home with us?
No, of course not.
Thank you.
Your company has been most welcome.
As well as yours, Morning Kill Raya.
The museum is closed right now, so I'm afraid you'll have to go through the front door. So, do you have a vehicle? No, I take it Sina has let you through the museum.
Yes.
Yeah.
I will call one of my vehicles to have you transported to a location you call home.
Well, thank you. How far out of the city are we actually?
We are on Long Island.
Makes sense.
Okay then.
Great. Alan will go ahead and get up, brush himself off, fold his napkin up, put it onto the table, push his seat back in, take Leah's seat out. Oh, wait, she's already standing up. Never
I was already
mind.
standing. Yeah.
Push her seat back in, silently curse to himself. I'm a Texan. I'm a Texan. I'm a Texan. That's not how you treat a lady. Damn it.
Oh, for God's sake. All right.
But he'll go ahead and take the, I don't know, quarter of wine that's simply left in his own personal bottle and go ahead and start leading Leah away.
Leave. Yeah, go with him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure Senna will be okay here, so that's fine.
Yep.
You'll both be escorted out by a gentleman showing you the way to the exit, because yes, that's actually necessary. And there'll be a car waiting by the front. Seems to be a black vehicle with a driver, and he'll take you anywhere you need to go.
Fair enough. Probably some bus station close to their homes, but if anybody else wants to do anything, or do we have a nice little outro?
Morningkill will take Cinna into his arms, and he'll simply carry her to her bedroom where she is staying, and simply put her on the bed, clean up her face a bit, look at her and sigh. Oh dear. Never ever call me G again.
Beauty and the Beast.